Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to this video, another one for today. And I've been playing Red Dead Redemption for quite a while now. I've put about 15 hours into the game at least already, and I think I'm almost near the end of single player anyway. But what I'm playing it, and I know it's by Rockstar, and when I first got Grand Theft Auto 4, I I was excited because it was Grand Theft Auto, and then after playing it for a while, I thought, you know what? This was an open world game from a history of games where you can kill anyone, you can have as much fun as wacky wildness or whatever the hell you want to call it, and they've taken that completely away without telling us and without showing us, and here we are to live and take black people out for some fried chicken, or take our drunk Romanian or Serbian cousin out to a strip club. And then it became, well, after single player, what is there to do? Exactly, what is there to do? And with the difference between that and what we got with Red Dead, fair enough. Like if you were to tell someone, what can you do in Red Dead Redemption? Oh, you can play poker, you can hunt animals, you can play this liar's dice game. And I suppose people that aren't gamers and that people that grew up on Grand Theft Auto, the violent kind of Grand Theft Auto, would say, well, that's not good. That's just crap. But the difference is that we were at least told that that's what we were getting. I mean, if you look at the pre-release of Grand Theft Auto 4, there was nothing. They showed you nothing of what you were going to do. They didn't even show 1 minute of gameplay or 1 second of gameplay. But with Red Dead Redemption, it's a completely different tale. They showed everything that you can do, and that is what I think. I'm not going to say it let people's hopes down a little bit, because let's face it, those mundane activities they get boring after a while, and so do the ones in San Andreas. I'm just saying that it's Rockstar's different direction of taking a game seriously, which is good. But when they tell us and prepare us for it, I think it makes it a lot better. And mind you, playing poker, I was sat here playing poker for an hour and something. It was fun. I don't know why it was fun. I mean, hunting animals is fun. Yeah, everything on Red Dead Redemption is fun, I think, and it's perfectly balanced. I mean, multiplayer is a completely different subject because that is just awesome. So, the single player I think's better. I mean, it takes you back to a world. It takes you back to a world that we've really never seen before in video games. I mean, sure, you have Red Dead Revolver, but you can't do much on the PlayStation 2 or the Xbox. And then we had Gun, which again was built for a PlayStation 2 and ported onto Xbox 360. Still, that was an awesome game, but no games thus far. I mean, there haven't really been many Wild West games, but this does it so well. It is so amazing, and if you haven't bought it, now is the time to buy it because it is amazing. And more reasons why it beats Grand Theft Auto 4 is because it looks better, the sound is better. I think there's a lot more to do. The single player is better. Multiplayer is way better. For those of you who haven't played multiplayer yet, go and do it. It's worth buying Xbox Live or whatever for. But it's strange because if you look at Modern Warfare, what am I talking about? If you look at Red Dead Redemption and look at the activities, and then because let's face it, an open world game, no matter what kind of game it is, the activities and what you can do after, during, or before you start a story mission is everything. Saints Row 2 and Saints Row did an amazing job at those activities because they're so wacky and different that they're fun as hell. But that's a very less serious game. And then you look at the activities on Grand Theft Auto 4. You can take your friends out. You can go to some cabaret. You can go to some strip club. You can go and play pool and play darts. It's fun the first time you do it, but when you're forced to do it during the single player and all this kind of stuff, it's crap. It gets really boring, and once you beat Grand Theft Auto 4, there's really nothing to do. But in Red Dead Redemption, I don't know why, but playing poker is fun. Playing blackjack is fun, and I can't fathom why. And maybe I might come on here in another week or so and say, yeah, this is boring as crap. But I can't see myself doing it, and I don't know. I think it's because they've taken us back to a time where it's just amazing how they've done it. It's amazing how it works, and it's just amazing to play. And it's definitely up there thus far. I mean, we're only really early into 2010 for games. We've still got Mafia 2, Black Ops, and what's the other one I'm looking forward to? Fallout New Vegas. But this is right up there. This is probably going to be Game of the Year for me personally. But It's just amazing, and multiplayer is so much fun. I mean, it's like an open world co-op kind of thing, and you can have like 16 players if you want. It is just so fun. You can take over forts, you can do this. The only problem I have with co-op, and I'm going to go in this into another video, is that you can't do the things that you can do in single player. Like if you could play poker with each other, or you could play blackjack with each other, or you could play dice, or the other activities that you do in single player. I think, and I reckon, I commend Rockstar if they do this. It would make it a hell of a lot more fun, because let's face it, you're in free roam and killing everyone gets a little bit old after about an hour or so. So if they can implement some of those things from single player into multiplayer, I think it'll be excellent, and that'll make it work very well. And that's another subject for a video I'll have to get into later. But honestly, if you have an Xbox 360 or a PlayStation 3 and you don't have Red Dead Redemption, you have to go out and you have to buy this game. I mean, even if you're not going to play it online, single player is awesome enough. I mean, just hunting animals, because it's a different thing that you wouldn't normally do in most video games. And sure, you can get hunting video games. I've played a few hunting video games. But to be perfectly honest, I've had a lot more fun hunting things in a non-hunting video game than hunting video games. I don't know, it's Rockstar have done an amazing job, and I lost a little bit of respect for Rockstar when they released Grand Theft Auto 4. Not that I didn't like Grand Theft Auto 4. It's like I said before, they built their legacy and their company and their series on all this wild, wacky stuff. Like, look at San Andreas. You can get jetpacks, all these different kinds of weapons. You had like $1 million at the end of the game. You had owned casinos. You could do all this, and then without telling us and showing us any gameplay or footage, they said, "Here you go. This is Serious Life New York or Liberty City now." And it was such a transition that was rough and hard. You couldn't. It felt like you had been betrayed. And I know I'm getting emotional for a video game, but I don't care. Um, you know, because you were built on this legacy and that. But hopefully they don't make another. Hopefully they don't make Red Dead Redemption into a series, because I think this is a standalone game that is just a different one for Rockstar to put out, and I hope they continue making great quality games like this, but put it back into the Grand Theft Auto series. I think this is a good, a one-off kind of game. If they make another one, I'm gonna be a little bit skeptic. Hopefully they don't, because I think Rockstar are smart enough to realize not to. But what they do is what they do, and if they make a second one, I'll buy it anyway for sure. But that's my video, so until next time, au revoir.